What's good, everybody? What's happening? 5 and 0. That's what's happening. 5 and 0. Welcome to another episode of First and Goal Sports with Tyrone Brown, man. Let's go. I know everybody got to be fired up. Reds in the comments already. What's going on, Reds? Football is well with you, man. Little Reds in the comment. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope the week has been kind to you as we wind down and gear up for another Eagles showdown with the New York Jets. But we got to recap. We got to recap. Ooh, NFL reality check jumps in. What's going on? Welcome, welcome, welcome. What's going on, man? Oh man, it's so much to go over. It's just the excitement is going crazy. The Phillies are one win away from the World Series, I believe. They handle their business. Bryce Harper with the stare down, man. Don't get me started. That was on some Philly stuff right there. As he rounded second base, looked at the ball like, "What's good? This is what we do here." Man, that felt good to see that. The Eagles went to LA, handled business. That's all we can ask for is them handling business. And what did I tell you? Eventually, that pass defense will get good. Hey, the line jumped in. What's good? Fly, was fly. Let's go. Yes, yes. Look, one thing that I saw was the bull, like I told y'all, Bradley Roby jumping in there in that slot presence that we needed since Devontae Maddox got hurt. When you can communicate through the secondary, it makes everything so much easier. Makes everything so much easier. He said, Frank talks about we need to be all over that. You're right. You're right. I mean, don't put nothing past Howard, man. I'm hearing Patrick Surtain too. I'm hearing that. I'm hearing that. I'm hearing the safety from oh man, what's the other boy? The boy from Tennessee. I'm hearing him. Don't put nothing past Howie Roseman to pull the trigger, man. This is why everybody hates us. Because Howie Roseman, all he do is figure it out, put the best product on the field, and everybody like, oh, we're crying, we're crying, we're crying. Stop crying. Get in line. Just know that the Eagles are not playing. All right, we're not playing. 5-0 for the first time in Eagles history in 2 years, 2 seasons back to back. It's the first time ever. Nick Sirianni, nervous at his press conference. We all thought he was a dud. And guess what? This man turned out to be the best thing that happened to Philadelphia in a very long time. To WP. I'm not going to hold WP the man, won the Super Bowl. Sirianni was close last year. One of the things I wanted to talk about was look at the Kansas City Chiefs, man. Is the referees bailing Kansas City Chiefs out or what? Before I jump into all this real quick. I'm watching it. It just seems like they're getting bailed out each week. How can you take your helmet off and don't get a penalty? The referee tell you to put your helmet back on. That's supposed to be unsportsmanlike conduct, and Minnesota's supposed to keep the ball. But hey, look, I don't know what's going on. Sauce Gardner, got flagged for interference on a no-name receiver. What is going on here? What is going on? Is it the Patrick Mahomes effect? Is it the Andy Reid effect? What's happening? Why does the NFL seem like they're bailing out Kansas City? But okay, not gonna cry about that. We'll see Kansas City soon enough. We'll see Kansas City soon enough in KC, and we'll see how that goes. But I'm just saying, it just seemed like the league is bailing them out. Now, let's get to this. Week 5 was interesting, and as you know, I got my notes right here. You know what I mean? I got my notes right here, right here. One of the things that I did not see coming was New England being so bad. What the hell happened to the Patriots, y'all? They lose to the New Orleans Saints, 34-0. That was a shocker. Big time shocker. And then Baltimore, Lamar Jackson has to be Mr. Fumbleitis. Calls the team the game. Pittsburgh wins the game they shouldn't have won. But I ain't mad. That's how football is. Indianapolis, Anthony Richardson, my guy, you got to get down, brother. You 240 pounds. They trying to destroy you. We might put Zach Wilson out for the game. You might be right, Reds. I mean, if you think about it, if you really think about it, Zach Wilson relies on a run game. There will be no run game against the Eagles. We all know that. One thing the Eagles will do is shut that damn run game down. We know that. So Zach Wilson is going to have to beat our all-pro secondary. He's going to have to do it because they're not going to sit here and they're not going to let Hall and Delvin Cook beat us. They're not going to do that. And also, can they stop the pass rush? And look, you see him turn it up. Jalen Carter, my God. Did you see the way he threw Matthew Stafford down? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. All I'm saying is it just looks like it's another season of Eagles domination. Now, I'm going to get to something real quick. It looks like the Bears just turned around. They're trying to turn their season around, get themselves going. I thought they were underachieving. Riz comes in and said, how that song on Kansas City, here I come. Facts. No facts on that, man, because, at the end of the day, the thing that I keep seeing is these damn Kansas City Chiefs getting bailed out. But let's go through last week. So then you had Detroit beating up on, my God, you had Detroit beating up on Carolina, which I expected. We all expected that. You had Indy beating Tennessee. Tennessee is a team that is going nowhere fast. Indianapolis has surprised me, but then again, really not, because Shane Steichen is a pretty good quarterback. Pretty good coach. You saw what he did for Jalen Hurts here. I got Jalen Hurts, acclimated in the offense, turned into a good quarterback, read defense and stuff. You got to stop letting that young boy over there, Anthony Richardson, run, man. They trying to hurt that boy over there because he's so big. He getting the Cam Newton treatment. Every time he come out, they trying to destroy him. So they got to figure out how to tell this young man, hey, look, when you get out of space, you got to start sliding and getting down and start protecting yourself, or you ain't going to never have an NFL career to begin with. Now he got a shoulder injury that's going to take a month or maybe more to heal. If he just keep getting beat up, he's not going to have a chance to develop. So they got to figure it out over here in Indy. Kind of have to figure it out here with Jalen Hurts when he couldn't really pass at first. It takes time. But you got to stop putting the young man in harm's way, and you got to tell him he got to learn how to get down. But this ain't college, man. These some grown men trying to knock your head off. He said Lamar Jackson just don't want to play there anymore. Well, then he shouldn't have signed that deal because he's stuck there for at least another 2 years on that big contract. Ain't nothing he can do with that big contract. Nothing he can do at all. He got to stay there. He got to figure it out. They gave him an offense. They gave him some wide receivers. He already had the boy Andrews. Like, what's the problem? Come on. Hold on, I'm gonna give you some more light. Give me 1 second. All right, that's a lot better. And then you had Baltimore losing to Pittsburgh, which they had no business because Baltimore couldn't do it. Pittsburgh couldn't move the ball, but they defense, turnovers. Then you had the Jets beating Denver. That's another shocker, man. And it hasn't been Denver's offense. The shocker with Denver right now is their defense. Denver had a pretty good defense last year. Denver is putting up numbers. Russell Wilson is not having a bad year. So I'm trying to figure out what the hell happened to what happened to Denver's defense. They just disappeared. They still was shell shocked from that damn Miami game because look, they let the Jets put 31 up on them. I mean, one of them was a defensive scorer, but still, they get 24 points up to the Jets, man. So I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know what's going on with Denver's defense right now because actually Russell Wilson is not having a bad year. Everybody wants to say Russell was done. I know Russell's had a pretty good year because he's my fantasy quarterback, and I'm doing pretty well with him. So I don't know what the hell's going on. Then you had Cincinnati beating Arizona, which we expected. Then we had, let me see what we had. We had the Dallas Cowboys get dismantled on Sunday Night Football. They played Monday night. We're going to talk about that too. Let me tell y'all something about the Cowboys, man. And this is what I get tired of. I'm getting tired of being force-fed the Cowboys. Force-fed the Cowboys. Every year. Oh, they this, oh, they that. Listen, they ain't nothing. All right, what they are is media hype. Period. Lil Red said Jalen Carter, another Jerome Brown. You might be right, man. You might be right. You might be right. Man, you might be right. Could have been John. Boom. I mean, at the end of the day, you're watching this, and you're like, man, what in the world is going on with this Eagles defensive line, man? Like Hassan Reddick getting it, Hassan Reddick cooking, Jalen Carter cooking. All of a sudden, these young bulls starting to cook. All of a sudden, the defensive secondary is starting to come around. I'm going to tell you right now, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And I want to talk about these 49. I'm going to jump back to the Dallas game real quick. I want to talk about this 49ers Dallas game. And I was talking about Dallas is nothing but hype. And this is why I say that. Every year, we get force fed the Dallas Cowboy pills. That's what we get them. We get them, we get them, we get them, we get them, we get them. And it's like, come on, man. It's like at the end of the day, when are we going to realize that Dak Prescott is not that guy? He's not that dude. He's not that guy. You only can go as far as the quarterback go. They talking about our defense is historic and all this. Let me tell y'all something. Ain't nothing historic about that defense. Y'all got good defense. And maybe if your offense was a little better, okay. But look, the Cowboys aren't physical. They can't run the ball with Tony Pollard. He's not enough. He like my ass. It is what it is. When you got rid of Zeke, you lost your physicality. So now you can't pound the football, and you can't stop the football. They don't stop the run. No, they don't stop the run. You know what I mean? You're already a star. Don't you see the light? Don't you see any light? Yo, I hear you. I hear you, man. I mean, it's so frustrating to keep getting force fed the Dallas Cowboy narrative every single year. The team, they not that good, man. They just not that good. I mean, it is what it is. The defense is okay, but they can't stop the run, and they can't run the football, and their quarterback can only see one side of the field. Stop it. Stop it. And when they play the Chargers Monday night, and you'll see when they play the Chargers. Because the Chargers can run the football. Austin Eckler back, they're healthy. They're healthy. They gotta go play the Chargers, and the Chargers don't. They gotta go play where we just came from. Because I believe the Rams and the Chargers share the same field now so far. But the Cowboys gotta go down there. And the Chargers can play. The Chargers can put up numbers. They don't have no bum team. They got the boy Joshua Palmer, Keenan Allen, Austin Eckler off the backfield, Justin Herbert. They got a good offensive line. They got a pretty good pass rush with Khalil Mack and them boys. Hey, look, I got the Cowboys losing 2 weeks in a row, facing some real crazy adversity. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yep. But let's go to this week. So that was last week. Again, the Eagles took care of business. The one thing I wanted to see, can we start showing up this pass defense? And that's what I'm starting to see. It's not a finished product yet. But what I saw, how you shut down Puka Nacua, the boy Cooper Kupp, who is a monster, top 5 wide receiver, easy in the NFL when he's healthy. I dare anybody to try to challenge me on that. Name 4 of the receivers. I mean, name somebody that's better than him. You know, you got JJ, of course. You got Jamar Chase, of course. Okay, AJ Brown, right? AJ Brown. Okay. Who else, right? Like, who else dominant like that? Cooper Kupp is dominant, top 5 wide receiver. I dare somebody name. Make Devontae Adams. Okay, 5. Devontae Adams. But I take Cooper Kupp with any of those guys. I take Cooper Kupp over here. Cooper Kupp is a problem. He is a problem. He gets open. He is a problem. But we're going to move on to the day. We're going to move on to this week coming up. So you got the Ravens versus the Titans. Listen, I don't trust this game. I don't know who to pick on this game. I don't really care. Because at the end of the day, they both are underachieving, especially the Ravens, man. You know, they were supposed to be a lot better than this. Lamar Jackson was supposed to be a lot better than this, and he isn't showing anything. He's not showing anything. I think he leads the league in fumbles, if I'm not mistaken. He when he runs the ball out of the backfield, he carries like a loaf of bread. The man is extremely talented, but at the same time, he hasn't worked on his fundamentals of protecting the football because we know the quickest way to lose a game is turnovers. That's in any sport. Turnovers will kill you, and he don't seem like he's protecting the football. I'm just saying. So I'm gonna pick the Titans to beat the Ravens. I mean, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pick the Titans to beat the Ravens. Then you got the Dolphins and the Panthers. Of course, we're gonna pick the Dolphins. Of course, ain't really nothing to talk about. The Texans and the Saints. Now the young boy over there, C.J. Stroud, man. That young boy starting to play some football, man. They have yet to get the run game going with Damian Pierce, but I like the Texans, man. D'Amico Ryans has them really locked in, getting themselves together, man, doing some real good things. I'm not mad at that at all. I'm definitely not mad at that. I'm really excited about the Texans, man. I don't really root. I can't root for them because they got the star, of course. You know how we all feel about the star. We can't root for that stuff. They in Texas, they near Dallas. I kind of feel like they low key Dallas 1B. You know what I mean? Like they something with the Texans. Like Dallas tried to get another team, and it's like no, I'm not. I can't root for the Texans, but it is nice to see the young boy playing some good football, and we'll see what happens with them. But I'm gonna pick the Texans to beat the Saints, man. Yes, I am. I'm gonna pick the Texans to beat the Saints. Let me see what we got else. Oh, all right. So we got the Commanders and the Falcons. Hey, look, the Commanders just coming off a butt whooping. So, but the Falcons is young and hungry. That can go either way, actually. I'm gonna take the Commanders just because the Falcons are a young team, and I think the Commanders can run the football. They've got a good defense, and I don't trust that Bull Ritter. The Bull Ritter is terrible. He had a pretty good game, but I don't like Ritter. I don't like him at all. I don't like him at all. I mean, he got B.J. Robinson. How about Kyle Pitts? He's been a disappointment this year. The boy Jonnu Smith has took his spot in Atlanta as the top tight end, and Kyle Pitts was the number 4 pick. I think he needs to change the scenery because they're just not using him right. Don't be surprised if he gets traded before the deadline too. Keep your eye on Kyle Pitts. He may end up somewhere as well. So I'm gonna pick the Commanders to beat the Falcons. Colts and the Jaguars. That's a tough one. The Jaguars are coming off that win against Buffalo, and that's another team I don't get, but we're gonna talk about them in a minute. I don't know, Gardner Minshew. I can't see Gardner Minshew beating the Jags, but then again, like I said, Shane Steichen's a good coach, and the Colts have a pretty good defense. So I don't know. Reds coming to say this is going to be upset week. Okay, I think as long as the Eagles ain't part of that. As long as the Eagles ain't part of that upset week. I don't care who it is. As long as the Eagles ain't part of that, you got back a little bit here. There you go. That's better. As long as the Eagles ain't part of the upset week, it could be upset, whatever. Let's just keep us out of that. But so I'm gonna pick the Colts with the upset. Since Red said that, I'm gonna pick the Colts with the upset. I'm gonna pick the Colts with the upset. Seattle and the Bengals. It looks like the Bengals are starting to try to get themselves together. Try to get themselves together. Red says, "Stop starting off. Stop starting off." So, what are you talking about, Red? You got to be more detailed in your comments, man. So we want to see. I think the Bengals is getting themselves together. Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow just look like he's getting healthy. About the Eagles always starting on. So I mean, I agree with that. But it looks like they're starting to get it together. They got to fix that red zone. That's the one thing I want to see. Can they fix that red zone offense? They look like they're starting to get it together. They're moving the football. They got Goddard involved. Once Goddard got involved, it was like, okay, all right, now they're starting to spread the ball around a little bit more. I would like to see them throwing the ball to everybody. Devontae, Brown, Goddard. I want to see an all-around game. So far, you've had AJ game, you've had Devontae game, you've had the Goddard game, you had you had our boy. Man, why am I drawing the blank? Oh my goodness, you had Swift game. There you go. You had Swift game. So I want to see them. I want to see them put together a whole game. But we'll see, because every week they seem like they get better, and that's what we want. That's what we want. We want to see the Eagles getting better every week and still winning ugly. The league can't stand us right now. Y'all know that, right? They can't stand us. They mad about the brotherly shove. It's a lot going on. If y'all guys listen to Jason Kelsey and his brother Bob podcast, it just seems like it's going on. Jason Kelsey believes the league is going to start acting like, people pretending to get hurt, having minor injuries and things like that. It's like, man, it's getting to that point because you can't stop a play. Because you can't stop, you're going to start faking injuries, but the NFL is known to fake injuries. They know. Yeah, they did throw more slants. You're right. AJ was wide open on the slants. Reg, you did call that. You definitely did call that. So I'm going to pick the Bengals to beat the Seahawks. Vikings, Bears. Well, with no JJ, no Justin Jefferson, I'm picking the Bears to beat the Vikings. I do not see them having enough to beat the Bears in Chicago without Justin Jefferson. And it looks like Justin Fields is starting to figure out over there. So we'll see. DJ Moore, like he's starting to get healthy, not healthy, but him and Justin Fields starting to connect more. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm going to pick the Bears. I'm not going to spend too much time on that. 49ers, Browns, I'm not going to spend no time on that really because, first of all, Deshaun Watson's not playing. So I'm going to go 49ers. That's the easy pick. Patriots, Raiders. The Patriots right now are trash. I don't know what happened to them. They can't even play defense now. And their offensive looks, they look terrible. I've never seen the Patriots look this bad, even with Matt Jones. Last year, they was respectable. I don't know what the hell happened to them. But I'm going to pick the Raiders to beat them. And they got to go to Raiders. There's a play I want to talk to y'all about in a minute. The Raiders-Green Bay game. Give me a second. Lions and Bucks. I'm going to pick the Lions. Right now, the Lions, to me, right now, it's the Eagles, 49ers, Lions. You can do that. You can put 49ers, Eagles. I'm going to tell you about this 49er team, too. We're going to talk about them in a minute. We'll talk about them as well. But the Lions are tough. I like the Lions. They'll beat the Bucks. The Bucks is tough, but I think the Lions ain't no joke. Cardinals, Rams. I'm going to pick the Rams. They back home again. They coming off that tough loss against us, but it's the Cardinals. They rebuilding. They really don't have nothing. Joshua Dobbs, whatever. They'll beat the Rams. Eagles, Jets. So I'm picking the Eagles, of course, because right now I don't see nobody beating the Eagles. I don't. I just don't see it because it looks like the Eagles are a complete football team, and they just dominating right now. I mean, they shut the Rams out the second half. Rams couldn't do nothing at all. So when you have that situation like that, when you see the defensive line starting to act right, you see the secondary starting to act right. We getting the Kobe Dean back. We getting Sidney Brown back. We starting to get healthy at the right time. Yeah, the Saints did luck up. You're right. So we'll see. We definitely want to see where the Eagles are when this Jets game. I just think the Eagles are too much for the Jets, man. I don't think the Jets have enough offense, and they're not going to let the Bulls, Zach Wilson. They're not going to let them run the football. They're going to make Zach Wilson beat them in the air, and you and I both know, even though Zach Wilson has been throwing the ball with a little bit more confidence each week, I don't see him beating the Eagles. Giants, Bills. The Giants are a dumpster fire right now, so I'm going to take the Bills with a rebound. After that tough loss against the Jags in London, they're going to beat the Giants. And then Monday Night Football, as I was talking about earlier, Cowboys versus the Chargers. Listen, I'm picking the Chargers. I don't think the Cowboys can stop a cold right now. And if Austin Eckler is healthy and Chargers can run the football, good night. It's over. It's over. Because Dak Prescott, I don't trust him. I don't trust him at all. I think he's a game manager right now. To me, when you look at Dak Prescott's career, when he couldn't be mobile anymore, that's when all the flaws came out. Because remember before, he had a high quarterback rating, completion percentage, touchdown percentage. He was doing pretty good, right? Then all of a sudden, he fell off. When he tore his ankle up and he couldn't be as mobile anymore, and now you're forced to be a passing quarterback, Now you're starting to see, Dak flaw because he can't improvise. He did a lot of improvising when he was healthy until he tore his ankle up. Once he tore his ankle up, he ain't been the same. And sometimes when you take a quarterback's mobility away from them and they're stuck being one dimensional, you really start to find out who they really are. Look at Carson Wentz, y'all. We can talk about our own Carson Wentz. When he tore his knee up in that Rams game and he came back, he just wasn't the same guy. He couldn't improvise. He was stuck in the pocket. When you are used to being able to move and slide and break a lot of tackles and be mobile, you can do a lot more. You can. You can do so much more. But when you're forced to now read defenses and you can't move like you used to, it messes you up, man. It messes everything up. And that's why Carson Wentz felt the way he did. His knee injury changed him. And I believe that's the same thing going on with Dak. That ankle injury tore him up because he's not a natural pocket passer. He's not a Justin Herbert. Like if Patrick Mahomes gets hurt, you see Patrick Mahomes, much as I can't stand the Kansas City Chiefs because of what the league is doing with them right now, you can still see he can stay in the pocket and still read the defense and throw the football. Joe Burrow is another one, a true pocket passer. Maybe Josh Allen I would throw in there. Tuilaova, that's it. Yeah, Tuilaova. He's another guy I think can stay in the pocket and beat you. It's not too many quarterbacks who can stay in the pocket and beat you once they lose their mobility. Jalen Hurts is starting to show you now that he can stay in the pocket and beat you. We've seen him. He did the first game of the season that he ran was like with the Rams. That's the most he ran all year. Reds comes in, but you know better than that. You know I ain't about us. Hey, you right. I mean, Reds, I hear what you're saying, man. I mean, sometimes it gets a little frustrating when you know it's not about us, but what can we do? What can we do? Reds, I'm gonna go through your picks real quick. You're the one in the comments right now, so I'm gonna go through your picks real quick. You got the Titans. I see you got the Dolphins. You got the Saints. You got the Texans, Commanders, and the Colts, and then you got the Bengals. Okay, all right. I like it. I like it. The thing I want to talk about was this 49ers team. They've been doing a lot of talking, man. They just beat up on the Cowboys, but they've done it for us. They're saying that, they had their quarterback, they would have beat us and all this other stuff. Let me tell y'all something real quick, man. The Philadelphia Eagles are a physically bruising, nasty, blue-collar team. They win ugly football. San Francisco doing flea flickers and all that. They got Christian McCaffrey. The whole league is on them. I'm not saying that San Francisco is not good. I would never say that. What I'm trying to say is when you five receivers use them. Reg, when you get these comments, Reg, you got to get better details. when you look at the team, the way they match up, we both match up with each other, right? We both match up with each other. And I don't have a problem with San Francisco except first one, the Eagles receivers. I mean, I don't really trust Quez Watkins like that. I mean, you see him last week trying to go out of bounds when it's a clear hole right there that he could have hit. That still pissed me off. Pissed Sirianni off too. He took his head off, he threw it, he was pissed. But at the end of the day, they won the game. You won the game. I mean, they could have spread it out a little bit more. I agree. I mean, because you got Zacchaeus. So, I mean, we'll see what they do. We'll see what they do. We'll see how they handle the Jets. To me, I think you spread the Jets out because I don't think besides Sauce Gardner and the board they got, they not gonna be able to cover. They got a great front seven though, so they'll be able to probably rush it. But we'll see how we neutralize that because if their front seven against offensive line, which we all know is a great offensive line with the greatest offensive coach, Jeff Stoutland. Red said the Bears too. Okay. I'm with you with the Bears. Okay. I got you. I got you. So until the 49ers actually do something like beat us, hey, look, I don't think nobody can touch us for real, for real. I mean, the Buffalo game is a tough game. You know, we got a tough stretch coming up. You know, all division games is tough, as we've seen with the Washington Commanders. They come in here and give us a hard way to go. But I feel like the Eagles are right now put together really well on both sides of the football. Howie Roseman's always looking to add talent to make sure that we are good to go. So, I mean, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens when we see them. Right now, my focus is on the Jets. You know, then after the Jets, we'll talk about the Dolphins and then so on. I'm not jumping all the way to the 49ers game, which is what, December? I think December 7th or something like that. I think so. Check it out. I think it's December 7th. Let me see. Hold on. If I'm not mistaken, Eagles schedule. Boom. Hold on. Yeah, see, we don't play. Yeah, we don't play the 49ers till December 3rd. So there's no reason to even think about them because you still have, we got the Jets. I'm looking at it now. We got the Jets, Dolphins, Commanders, Cowboys, Chiefs, Bills, 49ers. So we got a little tough stretch coming up. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. We got a bye week coming up as well, which will help us get healthy. Darby, Church of Christ. Yo, dear cousin. Hey, what's going on? Welcome to First to Go Sports. What's up, cousin? Rez, I see you with the Lions. I see you with the Raiders. Of course, the 49ers. The 49ers do have a weakness. The 49ers do have a weakness, and I don't think they physical. I don't really think they as physical as us. I know they're a physical team, but the Eagles are Howie has put together a bunch of monsters on the squad, man. I mean, this team carries 7 defensive tackles. What NFL team carries 7 defensive tackles? The Eagles carry 7 defensive tackles, and they all big boys, all big nasty. Jordan Davis landed on the running back for the Rams. They showed the highlight. He did a It's like the Eagles are coming to bring the pain, man. They're coming to bring the pain. The 49ers are tough. It's going to be a tough game because at the end of the day, they're motivated to prove to the world that because they didn't have Brock Purdy, they was going to beat us. So we'll see how it goes. Red's got the Rams as well. And of course, you got the Eagles, whatever. It's hard to pick against the Eagles, man. It really is. It's hard to pick against them. Okay, it's hard. It's just hard to pick against them. Shades of Gang Green. I'm gonna wait on that a little bit because them boys is a little different. Now, before we start talking about like Gang Green, dog, hold on. I grew up in that era. I saw that defense. This Eagle defense is not that yet. You talk about Eric Allen, Ben Smith, Wes Hopkins, Andre Waters, Seth Joyner, Byron Evans, Reggie White, Clyde Simmons, Jerome Browns, Mike Pitts, Mike Golick. Yeah, that defense was nasty. Period. Nasty, nasty, nasty. All the way around. All the way around. Bills. I'm not saying this defense ain't good. I'm just saying that H&R game, not so fast, Gang Green, but Carter about to be. Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. I agree. I agree. I agree. Jalen Carter is putting the Eagles defense on the map. I agree. Jordan Davis is tough. Hassan Reddick. You know, we still got BG here. You still got my boy Josh Sweat, who I like a lot, man. He's a good player. Even if you don't like him, it's hard to bet against them. The Church of Darby Church of Christ. Oh, is that a Barry? Is that you from Darby Church of Christ, man? Let me know. It's not Gang Green defense. It's not that defense. It's still a good defense. The Gang Green defense, man, was that defense was historic, man. I mean, you talking about knocking out quarterbacks, people scared to even line up against them. Not to mention they played on that veteran turf. That defense was nasty, man. That Gang Green defense was nasty. Okay, cuz I got you. It's like, man, that defense was, man, you brought back some memories with that defense. Whoo, man, that defense was stacked, man. Man, my goodness. Cuz this we do Bible talk. Okay, I got you. That's what's up. But this defense is on its way, man. It's a good defense. Can they be historic? They was on a historic roll last year. To me, they couldn't stop the run last year. That's what killed the Eagles last year. Say what y'all want about, say what Javon Hargraves. Javon Hargraves didn't play the run to me. He was a great pass rusher, but he didn't play the run. Jalen Carter is an upgrade over Javon Hargrave because he plays the run and the pass. And when you have a defensive tackle playing the run and the pass, it's a wrap. And not to mention, you get to take some reps away from Fletcher Cox, keep him healthy. You get to keep some reps from BG, keep him healthy. These guys are going to play a pivotal role going down the stretch, man, especially in tight games. You're going to have some real tight games. You know, like you said, we got Buffalo. That's gonna be a tough game. You got some tough games, man. You got some real tough games. The Chiefs is going to be tough. Buffalo, the Niners, the Seahawks is going to be tough because it's in Seattle. So I don't put them past divisional games. You see what the Commanders did to us, right? They come in here, they cause all kind of problems. So you never know how division games go. You know, we 8-0 last year when we played the Commanders. I'm like, man, we ain't losing to them. And they came in here and ran the football, controlled the clock, and we had turnovers. Dallas Goedert gets hurt, and all hell breaks loose, and we lose our first game. So NFL is a week-to-week thing. The thing we got to understand is that it's an emotional high, emotional lows. Can we be that team to stay on the even playing field? And it looks like the Eagles have figured it out. Red says the Chargers by 4. Okay, with the Cowboys, I got the Chargers beating the Cowboys by 2 touchdowns, man. I don't think Dak Prescott got enough. I don't think they got enough, man. They cannot stop the run, and they can't run the football. So that means Dak Prescott got to beat them. And I don't think he can do it. And Khalil Mack and them boys, one thing that Khalil Mack and them can do is get after the quarterback. They can get after the quarterback, and they can stop the run. So we're going to see. And Justin Herbert is a beast. I mean, say what you Justin Herbert is a problem. I mean, he's a problem. We all know Justin Herbert's a problem. And then you got Keenan Allen. So you can't. I don't see the Cowboys beating them. And then they got to go to, you know, they're in LA. They're in SoFi. So I don't see them beating them on a Sunday night. I think Dallas loses 2 in a row. I just feel like that because I feel like the league has figured them out. You run the football, you make Dak beat you, and now that's how you beat the Cowboys. It's like the tape is out there now. The tape is out there. So we'll see. Ain't no tape on the Eagles how to beat the Eagles, right? Everybody like, oh, you passed the ball on the Eagles. Okay, well, wait a minute. They just shut down one of the most prolific offenses Sunday. Cooper Kupp had 2 catches for 14 yards in the second half. Nakua disappeared. Matthew Stafford was running for his life. I'm just saying, we may be figuring it out. Y'all. I'm just saying, we may be figuring it out. But as we're about to wrap this up, hey, look, I appreciate all the support. Like and subscribe, y'all. Share it with y'all friends. Let everybody know. Come in the comments. You know where I'm here. You know what days I'm here now. Thursdays at 6 o'clock. This is what I'm doing. I'm about to drop something for y'all. I told you it's coming back. I told you it's definitely coming back when we do Player Spotlight. That is definitely coming back. It's going to drop randomly. I'm not even going to tell y'all when it's coming. It's just going to drop. It's not a live. It's a pre-recorded video. Everybody that's used to it knows that's me talking about a player of my choosing from the past. I dig into him, tell you what he meant to the city, what he meant to the game, things like that. I also tell you if I think they was a little bit underappreciated and things like that. So I want y'all to stay tuned. Let me know what y'all feel about my first one when it drops. After the first one drops, I'm going to tell you when the next one drops. But what I'm not going to do is tell y'all who I'm doing, who I'm going to do it. I'm just going to let you know when it's dropping, so that way you be like, well, who we going to talk about this time? Who we going to talk about this time? And then if y'all got any suggestions, please put them in the comments. Any players that y'all would like to have me look up and talk about, put in the comments. Y'all know my social media feeds on the bottom. Drop them in the DMs, on my YouTube in the comments, whatever. I will definitely look at it and I will do it. I mean, because this is what you guys requested. So we're getting closer to the giveaway. It's coming in 2 weeks. The giveaway is coming in 2 weeks. Everybody that's been supporting me, pushing my channel, and being in my comments, I'm going to definitely make sure I give y'all some keepsakes. Like I said, I'm going to pick 5 people, maybe 10. We'll see how it goes. But I just want to thank everybody for supporting me. Like and subscribe, share the channel. I want everybody to have a good night. Go Birds. And for the game tonight, I'm taking Denver with the upset. Yes, I am. I'm taking Denver with the upset in Kansas City because I don't think Travis Kelce is 100% healthy. And I think that's going to be the difference. But we're going to see. I don't trust the Denver's defense, so maybe I'm going a little bit crazy here. You know, it could be that. Maybe I'm losing my daggone mind. But, you know, at the end of the day, you want to see Kansas City lose. So we'll see. I mean, Kansas City does have a better team, but we'll see what Denver can do. They've been close. A couple weeks, so we'll see. Well, with that being said, listen, everybody have a safe night. Enjoy the game tonight. Go Birds, and see y'all next Thursday. Until then, Tyrone Brown is out.